Hi, I'm Samantha, and we are here today to make a really easy and fun project. We're gonna make shoelaces. So you can see here, I've got them in a pair of shoes, which is really fun. But they're also great to put in a sweatshirt or sweatpants or any other place that you might want to cord. All right, so let's jump into it. All you're gonna need is an inch long strip of fabric for each lace. And normally you want it to be the full width of the fabric. I'm gonna do short so you guys don't have to watch me iron that long. And that's really the only part of this that is at all difficult is the ironing. So you're gonna take your 1-inch strip of fabric, okay, and we're just gonna press it right in half. Okay, and I've got this nice tiny little iron, which will help preserve my fingers a little bit. It's a little easier with this little guy instead of the big old one. But okay, so we've pressed it in half. And then what you're gonna do after you've pressed it in half, you've got a little guide to press the sides in toward the middle. And you can see I've done it on one side already on this strip. So I'm just gonna turn around and do it on the other side. Okay, and I just use my fingers, and I really like when I'm doing this by hand to maintain being able to see that little line that I pressed in there. So I'm pressing right up to it, but I'm making sure I don't cover it. Because then when you fold your lace, you get a nice clean edge. It's not, I want a flat lace, not a round lace. And pressing that way is gonna help me keep that nice flat lace. I do the same thing if I'm binding a quilt, right? I like to have that little bit left in the center, so I get a nice crisp edge. Okay, so I've pressed both sides into the middle, and now I'm simply gonna fold it over and press one last time. And I'm just tucking them in, making sure it's all flat as I go, and leaving a good amount of heat on there so it stays nice and flat and makes it easier for me to sew. And then I like these little clips. I use them for everything. And I'm just gonna put a couple clips on here to keep it manageable while I sew it. I like the clips because at least when I pin, I'm sure there's people that are more talented than me, but when I pin, a lot of times I distort the fabric a little bit, and so the clips just work really well for me. Now we're gonna sew our lace together, and this is Jean's tip, and it's really, really helpful when you're sewing something super tiny like this, is to start with a piece of extra fabric. Jean calls it a bunny tail. I don't know why, but it really helps so that your end doesn't get, sucked down into your machine. Okay, so I'm gonna just go right along here till I'm right at the edge of that fabric. And I'm gonna put that under my foot right even with my piece of fabric. And I'm making sure that this, oh, see, now it's gonna get caught. This is the, okay. If you have trouble getting it into your machine, what you can do is put more in there, sew down, flip it around, and resew the end the other way, right? So you're facing the other way. And I'm positioning this so that I'm making sure that at least one of my feed dogs is catching that fabric, right? You don't want it totally in the middle because then you're not gonna go anywhere, obviously. My machine, I've got a little bit of a different foot that moves the needle over to the side so that the whole presser foot is on top. So if you have that foot, it's really helpful. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go nice and slow, use my fingers to line that up. And you don't have to be exactly on the edge, right? Because you've pushed your fabric all the way into the middle. It looks nice if you can get a nice even line on the edge, but who's gonna be crouching down and looking at your shoelaces that close, right? As long as the fabric doesn't come out, you're good. Okay, let's push that in. normally I wouldn't, you know, I would have chosen a pink thread so that it wasn't quite so obvious, but you can see what it looks like. So that's all there is to it. So then the finishing touch is to add these. They're called aglets. And then we're gonna put them on the end. And all you need to do for that, there's my scissors. I'll stand up so you guys can see a little bit better, is you just need a pair of pliers. And if you've got the kind that have a flat, a little bit bigger, flatter surface, it'll make the job a little bit easier. If you don't, and you just have like the regular skinnier ones, it works fine too. As you can see, I left the selvage on here because that's gonna be hidden. So there's no need for me to worry about cutting it off. I'm gonna just cut it at a little bit of an angle so I don't have so much bulk inside my aglet. And then I'm gonna put it right inside. And I just kind of use my fingernail to get it down in there. And I just pull it back just a little bit. Watch me pull it out. Oh, it's stuck on something. Hello. There we go. Okay, so I've got just a little bit of space there. See that? At the end, so that it's not sticking out the end when I crimp it over. Okay, and then that's all you do is just use your pliers and crimp it shut. And then, you know, you just have to kind of look at it and give a little turn. See if you can get that end a little bit rounder. It's a little tricky to get it to stay where you want it to while you're squeezing it, but there we go. There, and then you can see I've got my end that's come together and is nice and round. And on these particular aglets, there's also this little piece at the back, and you just want to make sure that that is pushed down flat so it's not catching on anything and keeping your aglet together. And that's it. Yeah, so it's really great for scrap fabric. And you know, I mean, it takes my kind of boring old, I think those shoes are like almost probably 15 years old, and just makes them a little cuter, right? My, you know, basic Hanes sweatshirt, and makes it a little bit fun. So yeah, so it's a fun project. Thank you very much for tuning in today, and if you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. Thanks a lot.